When we were children, we were taught that fruits are nature's gift, full of vitamins, always healthy, always safe. But here's a truth that often gets left out, especially as we grow older. After the age of 60, our bodies begin to change. Our digestion slows down. Blood sugar becomes harder to control. The kidneys, the liver, even the gut, they all become more sensitive. And yet, many seniors continue eating fruits the same way they did in their younger years. Now, don't get me wrong, fruits are powerful, but like any powerful medicine, they need to be used wisely. Some fruits, especially the ones that are sweet or acidic, can spike blood sugar, cause bloating, or even interact with medications. I've seen it myself in my practice. A retired teacher who started waking up with joint pain after eating cherries every night. A grandmother who thought dried fruits were harmless until her blood pressure and digestion started to go haywire. This video is not meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. Because once you understand how your body has changed, you'll also know how to work with it, not against it. Today, I'll walk you through 4 fruits that you may need to reduce or avoid completely. And then, we'll explore 4 fruits that can actually support your heart, your brain, your sleep, and your digestion. These are simple changes. No expensive superfoods, no harsh diets. Just everyday wisdom backed by science and shaped by years of caring for people just like you. So stay with me. You might be surprised to learn that one of the fruits you've loved for years is now quietly making you feel tired, foggy, or inflamed. Let's begin. Before we move forward, let me ask you something. Do you eat grapefruit in the morning thinking it's a healthy start to your day? You're not alone. Many seniors believe that grapefruit is a weight loss fruit or a heart-friendly breakfast option. But what if I told you that, for some people over 60, this fruit could silently interfere with your medication and even harm your liver, muscles, or heart rhythm? Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's look closer at the truth behind this bright and bitter fruit. Grapefruit, the bitter fruit with hidden dangers. Grapefruit is often praised as a weight loss fruit or a light and refreshing breakfast option. But for many seniors, especially those on medication, this fruit can quietly turn from friend to foe. Let me tell you about Mr. Rajan, a 72-year-old retired banker from Pune. He was active, careful with his food, and proud that he never missed his morning walk. Every day he began his breakfast with half a grapefruit because he had read in a newspaper article that it burns fat and clears toxins. But in recent months, he began experiencing muscle cramps, dizziness, and strange chest flutters. His energy dropped. He blamed it on aging, but I wasn't convinced. When we reviewed his medications, he was on statins for cholesterol and calcium channel blockers for blood pressure. It became clear. Grapefruit was interacting with his medicine. You see, grapefruit contains a compound called furanocoumarine, which blocks a key enzyme in your liver, CYP3A4. This enzyme normally helps your body break down many common medications. Without it working properly, drugs can build up in the bloodstream to toxic levels. That means something as simple as grapefruit can turn a standard dose of medication into an overdose. In Mr. Rajan's case, his cholesterol medicine was not breaking down. It built up in his system and started causing muscle damage, a known side effect of statin overload. And he's not alone. Studies have shown that grapefruit can interfere with over 85 medications, including statins, like simvastatin, atorvastatin, blood pressure meds, like nifedipine, felodipine, heart rhythm drugs, like amiodarone, anti-anxiety medications, like buspirone, immunosuppressants, some painkillers, and allergy drugs. This is why doctors often say, if you're on medication, stay away from grapefruit unless your doctor says it's safe. Now, you might be wondering, what about grapefruit juice? Even worse. Just 1 glass can have a higher concentration of furanocoumarins than the fruit itself. And unlike eating the fruit, juice is often consumed quickly in large amounts, leading to faster and stronger effects on drug absorption. And there's another layer to consider. Grapefruit also increases the risk of QT prolongation, a type of irregular heartbeat that can lead to fainting or even sudden cardiac arrest, especially in older adults. So should every senior stop eating grapefruit? Not necessarily, but you must be informed. If you're taking medications, especially for cholesterol, blood pressure, or anxiety, talk to your doctor before including grapefruit in your diet. And if you are not on medication, but you notice strange fatigue, cramping, or heartbeat changes after eating grapefruit, it's still worth rethinking. There are plenty of safer fruit options that offer similar benefits, like oranges or guava, which do not interfere with medications. I often tell my patients, it's not about fear, it's about fit. A food that's good for one person might not be right for another, especially after 60 when the body becomes more sensitive. Mr. Rajan stopped eating grapefruit and switched to papaya with a sprinkle of lime. Within 2 weeks, his cramps eased and his energy came back. His only regret? Not knowing earlier. So if grapefruit is in your fridge right now, pause for a moment. Read your medication labels. Ask your doctor. Make a small, wise change. Because health after 60 isn't just about what you add, it's about what you choose to leave out. And sometimes, skipping one fruit is what gives your heart the space to beat strong again. Let's move on to another fruit that's small, shiny, and often seen as a luxurious treat. Cherries. Many seniors enjoy them as a sweet, bite-sized snack, especially when they're fresh, juicy, and in season. But did you know that just one small bowl of cherries can contain as much sugar as a candy bar? And that's not the only surprise hidden beneath their glossy red skin. For people over 60, cherries might not always be the healthy delight they seem to be. Let's take a closer look. Cherry. Sweet treat or sugar trap? Cherries are beautiful to look at, delicious to taste, and often marketed as a heart-healthy snack rich in antioxidants. And yes, they do contain nutrients like vitamin C, fiber, and compounds that help reduce inflammation. But here's the part most people don't realize, especially seniors. Cherries are surprisingly high in natural sugars. One small cup can contain over 18 to 20 grams of sugar. That's almost the same as a full chocolate bar. Now imagine this. You're in your 60s or 70s, managing borderline diabetes or high blood pressure, and each evening you enjoy a generous bowl of cherries because they seem healthy. You're not just eating fruit. You're giving your body a fast-absorbing sugar spike just before bedtime. That's exactly what happened to Mrs. Nalini, a 68-year-old woman who came to me complaining of foggy thinking in the morning and joint stiffness. She had no idea that her nighttime cherry snack was silently impacting both her blood sugar and her sleep. You see, when sugar spikes late in the day, it can interfere with your deep sleep cycles. It can cause more frequent urination at night and increase inflammation in joints and tissues, especially if your metabolism is already slowing down with age. Moreover, cherries have a slightly acidic nature. For some people, especially those prone to arthritis or joint pain, this acidity can aggravate inflammation. That beautiful red color might soothe your eyes, but your knees might feel differently. Another concern is how cherries are often consumed, not just fresh, but in dried form, canned in syrup, or used in desserts. Dried cherries are even worse. Without water, the sugar concentration shoots up. Just a handful can give you 30 grams of sugar and very little fiber to slow it down. Canned cherries. Often soaked in sugar syrup, preservatives, and flavoring agents that stress the liver and digestive tract, especially for seniors with sensitive digestion. Here's something else to consider. Some people believe cherries can help with sleep because they contain melatonin, and that's true. But the amount is very small. You'd need a large amount of cherries to have a meaningful impact, which ends up defeating the purpose because of the sugar load. So what should you do? If you love cherries, I'm not saying you must give them up completely, but moderation is key, especially after age 60. Here are my recommendations. Stick to fresh cherries, not dried or canned. Limit yourself to a small handful, No more than 5 to 6 pieces, especially if you're managing diabetes or joint pain. Never eat them on an empty stomach or late at night. Pair them with a spoon of unsweetened yogurt or a few almonds to slow down sugar absorption. And most importantly, pay attention to how you feel after eating them. Do you feel more tired in the morning? Do your joints feel stiff the next day? Are you more thirsty or foggy? Your body is always speaking. We just have to learn to listen. Mrs. Nalini switched from her nightly cherry snack to a piece of papaya with cinnamon. It helped her digestion, her joints felt better, and she started sleeping more soundly. She didn't need more medicine. She just needed the right food at the right time. So if cherries are in your fridge, ask yourself, are they helping you or silently working against you? When it comes to elderly health, even the smallest change can make the biggest difference. Let your food love you back. Now let's talk about a fruit that almost every home has, and one that most people believe is completely safe. The banana. It's soft, easy to digest, full of potassium, and loved by both children and elders. But here's the truth that many seniors don't hear. While bananas may be gentle in texture, they can be surprisingly risky for those with certain health conditions, especially heart, kidney, or blood pressure issues. Let's explore why this common fruit might not be so harmless after all. Banana. Soft, sweet, and not always safe. If there's one fruit that most seniors eat regularly, it's the banana. It's easy to chew, fills you up quickly, and doesn't require cooking or peeling tools. For many, it feels like the perfect snack. But when it comes to elderly health, perfection is about balance, not just convenience. Let me tell you about Mr. Balan, a 75-year-old man from Chennai. Every morning, without fail, he ate 2 bananas with his tea. He believed they gave him energy and helped with digestion. But over time, he began feeling strange fatigue, occasional muscle cramps in his legs, and episodes of lightheadedness. His doctor adjusted his medication, but the symptoms didn't fully go away until we looked at his diet more closely. The culprit? The humble banana. You see, bananas are rich in potassium, about 420 milligrams per medium fruit. And while potassium is essential for muscle and nerve function, too much of it, especially in older adults, can tip the balance. As we age, kidney function naturally declines. This means the body becomes less efficient at filtering excess potassium from the blood. When potassium builds up, it can cause a condition called hyperkalemia, which leads to muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, fatigue and confusion, even heart rhythm issues. Bananas aren't dangerous on their own. But when eaten frequently, especially in large portions or alongside potassium-rich diets or medications, they can become part of the problem. This is especially true for those taking ACE inhibitors or ARBs for blood pressure, potassium-sparing diuretics, certain heart or kidney medications. Many seniors also eat bananas in the evening, thinking it will help them sleep. While bananas do contain tryptophan and magnesium, the sugar and potassium levels may stimulate bladder activity or nighttime wakefulness, especially for those prone to frequent urination. Another overlooked issue is how ripe the banana is. Overripe bananas, those with brown spots, contain higher levels of simple sugars. They spike blood sugar more quickly, which can affect energy levels and even worsen insulin resistance in pre-diabetic or diabetic individuals. Unripe bananas, on the other hand, are rich in resistant starch, which can cause bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort for people with sensitive stomachs or slower motility. So what's the solution? Do seniors need to give up bananas completely? Not necessarily, but moderation and timing matter. Here are a few simple guidelines. Eat only 1 small banana a day, preferably one that's yellow but not overly ripe. Avoid eating bananas late at night or on an empty stomach. Pair with protein or healthy fat, such as a spoon of peanut butter or a few almonds, to slow sugar absorption. If you have kidney issues, check with your doctor before making bananas a daily habit. For Mr. Balan, simply reducing his banana intake to 3 times a week and switching to papaya or guava on other days made a huge difference. His cramps stopped, his energy improved, and his heart rhythm stabilized. He was shocked. "I thought bananas were always healthy," he said. "No one ever told me they could do harm." And that's the point. It's not about fear. It's about a food that works well in your 40s might be too much in your 70s. Bananas aren't bad, but after 60, our bodies need gentler rhythms, slower absorption, and less burden on the kidneys and heart. So the next time you reach for a banana, take a moment to ask, how ripe is it? What medications am I taking? How often do I eat this? Sometimes asking the right questions is the first step to aging wisely. Because health is not just what you eat, it's when, how much, and what your body can still handle. Choose wisely. Your heart, kidneys, and energy will thank you. Now let's talk about something many people consider healthy, but may be more harmful than you think. Dried fruits. They're small, sweet, and easy to snack on. A handful of raisins, some dried mango or apricots. It all seems natural and good for you, right? But here's the truth. Dried fruits are concentrated sugar bombs. And for people over 60, especially those with joint issues, diabetes, or digestive problems, they can quietly cause inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and even sleep disruption. Let's take a closer look at why dried fruits might not be as innocent as they seem. Dried fruits, tiny treats, big trouble. Dried fruits are often marketed as a healthy snack. They're portable, naturally sweet, and long-lasting. For many seniors, a few pieces of dried mango, raisins, or apricots feel like a guilt-free pleasure, something to nibble on between meals or with afternoon tea. But beneath that innocent look lies a truth most people don't realize. Dried fruits can quietly create serious issues for aging bodies. Let's start with sugar. When fruits are dried, they lose water, but retain all their sugar. In fact, the sugar becomes concentrated. For example, 1 cup of fresh grapes has 23 of sugar. 1 cup of raisins, dried grapes, has over 86 Gs of sugar. That's nearly 4 times the sugar, without the hydration or bulk to fill you up. So you eat more, faster. Many seniors with prediabetes or diabetes think they're eating healthy when they reach for dried fruits. But the rapid sugar load from just a handful of raisins or dates can spike blood glucose levels quickly, leading to fatigue, brain fog, sugar crashes, increased thirst, or frequent urination. And because dried fruits don't contain much fiber or water, they don't slow down digestion the way fresh fruits do. This makes the sugar hit your bloodstream faster and harder. Now let's talk about inflammation. Some dried fruits, especially packaged ones, contain sulfites, a type of preservative used to extend shelf life and keep color bright. These sulfites can trigger allergic reactions in sensitive individuals, especially seniors with respiratory issues like asthma or chronic bronchitis. Symptoms may include shortness of breath, skin rashes, headaches, digestive irritation. Even those without obvious allergies may notice joint stiffness or more inflammation after regular consumption of sulfite-laden dried fruits. Let me share the story of Mr. Hararam, a 70-year-old who visited me with unexplained joint pain and morning fatigue. He was active, ate clean, and had no major health issues, but every evening he enjoyed a bowl of mixed dried fruits, thinking it helped him avoid dessert. When we removed the dried fruits from his diet, his pain and bloating significantly decreased. The hidden sugars and preservatives were slowly building inflammation in his body. Dried fruits also impact sleep quality. The sugar spike may cause nighttime awakenings or light sleep, and the lack of hydration from dried food can lead to mild dehydration, another common cause of nighttime bathroom trips in older adults. And there's more. Dried fruits like dried figs or prunes are often consumed for constipation relief. While they can help, eating too much can also lead to gas, cramping, or even loose stools, especially in seniors with slow or sensitive digestive systems. So what can you do? Here are some practical tips for enjoying dried fruits safely. Choose unsweetened, unsulfured dried fruits whenever possible. Stick to small portions, 1 tablespoon of raisins or 2-3 dried apricots at most. Never eat them alone. Pair them with healthy fat or protein, like almonds or plain yogurt, to reduce sugar spikes. Drink water with them to support digestion and hydration. Avoid eating them late at night. And most importantly, listen to your body. Do your joints feel stiffer after snacking on dried fruits? Is your energy inconsistent? Are your sugar numbers harder to control? Food is feedback. If you're unsure whether your favorite dried fruit is affecting you, try a 2-week pause and observe. Often, the difference in clarity, joint comfort, and sleep is noticeable. For Mr. Hararam, switching to fresh fruit, like guava slices or a small banana, made all the difference. His cravings dropped, his joints felt lighter, and his energy became more stable. So next time you're tempted by that shiny pack of raisins, ask yourself, is this snack serving me or silently making things worse? At this stage of life, your body needs nourishment, not surprise attacks. Be mindful, choose freshness, and let your food work for you, not against you. Now that we've uncovered the fruits that might harm you, it's time for something more uplifting. Yes, not all fruits are risky. In fact, some are your body's best allies, especially after 60. These next 4 fruits are gentle on digestion, kind to your blood sugar, and packed with healing compounds that support your heart, brain, and joints. They don't just add sweetness to your meals, they quietly protect your health every single day. Let's begin with one that's small, red, and surprisingly powerful. Blueberry. Tiny berries, big brain benefits. There's a reason why blueberries have earned the nickname brain berries. These small, deep blue fruits are among the most powerful foods you can eat after 60. Not just for taste, but for protection. Let me tell you about Mrs. Latha, a retired schoolteacher from Coimbatore. At 69, she began noticing little lapses, misplaced keys, forgotten appointments, difficulty finding the right words. Her memory wasn't failing, but it was slowing. A friend suggested blueberries. At first, she laughed. "How can fruit fix my forgetfulness?" she said. But 3 months after adding a handful of blueberries to her breakfast every day, she came back with a smile. "I feel sharper. I remember names again," she said, and science supports her story. Blueberries are rich in a group of antioxidants called anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their deep blue color. These compounds cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce oxidative stress in the brain. That's important because oxidative stress is a major factor in age-related memory decline and even diseases like Alzheimer's. Studies have shown that older adults who consume blueberries regularly perform better on memory tests, have improved attention spans, and even better coordination. But that's not all. Blueberries also support healthy circulation. They help improve the elasticity of blood vessels, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to reach the brain. That means clearer thinking, better focus, and fewer dizzy spells or mental fog. And because they are low in sugar and have a glycemic index of about 53, they won't spike your blood sugar like many other sweet fruits do. For seniors managing diabetes or pre-diabetes, that's a huge plus. 1 cup of blueberries also provides 25% of your daily vitamin C, some fiber for digestion, and manganese, which helps with bone and joint health, another concern as we age. Another fascinating benefit: stress relief. Blueberries have been shown to reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and help calm the nervous system. That's why many of my patients report sleeping better after making blueberries a part of their evening routine. But let's be clear, we're talking about real blueberries, not artificially flavored cereal, muffins, or sweetened yogurt with blueberry flavor. Those are more sugar than nutrition. Here's how to enjoy blueberries wisely after 60. Eat them fresh or frozen. Both contain the same antioxidants. Add a handful, about 50-60 berries, to oatmeal, unsweetened yogurt, or chia pudding in the morning. Blend them into a smoothie with spinach and almond milk for a brain-boosting drink. For a calming evening treat, try a few blueberries with a small piece of dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao. What about cost? Blueberries can be expensive when not in season, but frozen blueberries are just as powerful and usually more affordable. Keep a bag in your freezer and use a scoop each day. You may not notice results overnight, but after a few weeks, many seniors report better recall, sharper thinking, and even improved balance and mood. Mrs. Lather told me her crossword puzzles felt easier again. "It's like someone cleaned the cobwebs in my head," she laughed. And that's exactly what blueberries do, quietly, gently, and powerfully protect the brain. If you've never made blueberries a part of your regular diet, there's no better time than now. Because after 60, every little boost counts, and these tiny berries may be one of nature's smartest gifts. There's one fruit almost every household has, but few realize it might be the heart's quiet ally and the brain's gentle protector. I'm talking about the humble apple. You've probably heard the old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." Maybe it sounds like just a rhyme, but today we'll uncover why this simple fruit still earns its place, especially after the age of 60. Let's explore how something so ordinary can become one of the smartest choices for your daily wellness. Apple, a daily habit that protects more than just the heart. By Dr. Arjun Mehra. There's a reason we've all heard the phrase, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." While it might sound like an old cliché, this humble fruit truly deserves a place in your daily routine, especially if you're over 60. Apples are one of the most balanced fruits in nature. They offer sweetness without an overwhelming sugar load, fiber without heaviness, and a refreshing crunch that satisfies both body and mind. Let's start with heart health. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, especially a type called pectin. Pectin helps lower LDL, bad cholesterol, by binding with cholesterol in the gut and flushing it out of the body. Lower cholesterol means reduced risk of heart attacks and better blood pressure control, two vital concerns as we age. They also contain quercetin, a natural anti-inflammatory compound that supports blood vessel function and reduces oxidative stress. This combination of fiber and phytonutrients makes apples a gentle daily cleanser for the circulatory system. For seniors dealing with fatigue or irregular blood pressure, a simple apple at lunch may help maintain more consistent energy throughout the day. Now let's move to blood sugar control. Despite their natural sweetness, apples have a low glycemic index, around 36 for most varieties. That means they don't cause sharp spikes in blood sugar. The fiber slows the absorption of sugar, keeping blood sugar levels more stable. For older adults managing diabetes or pre-diabetes, this makes apples a safer, smarter fruit choice. One of my patients, Mrs. Devika, 68, had frequent sugar crashes in the late afternoon. After switching her usual biscuit snack to a sliced apple with a spoon of peanut butter, her mood, focus, and energy improved, and so did her glucose readings. Apples also support brain health. Recent studies suggest that regular apple consumption may help preserve memory and protect brain cells from age-related damage. The antioxidants in apples fight inflammation in the brain, which is a major cause of cognitive decline. And let's not forget digestion. Apples provide both soluble and insoluble fiber, making them excellent for regular bowel movements and gut comfort. Unlike heavy, gassy foods, apples offer a clean, gentle aid to digestion, ideal for older adults with sensitive stomachs. Even the skin of the apple is rich in nutrients, so always try to eat apples with the peel when possible. That's where much of the vitamin C, potassium, and polyphenols are found. Worried about pesticides? Choose organic if available, or wash thoroughly under running water with a bit of vinegar. A few smart ways to include apples in your daily routine. Slice and dip in almond butter for a balanced, filling snack. Add to salads with walnuts, spinach, and a splash of lemon juice. Bake with cinnamon and oats for a healthy dessert. Grate into porridge or yogurt to add natural sweetness. Try different varieties too. Red apples like Fuji or Gala are sweeter, while green apples like Granny Smith are more tart and lower in sugar. One medium apple contains about 95 calories, 4 grams of fiber, 14% of daily vitamin C needs. Simple, powerful, accessible. The beauty of apples lies in their balance. They don't overwhelm your system, but gently support it. If you're trying to reduce your reliance on processed snacks or artificial supplements, apples can be a natural stepping stone. They work quietly in the background, giving your body the tools to stay strong and sharp. In the words of one of my patients, it's not flashy, but it keeps me going. Sometimes, the most ordinary foods deliver the most extraordinary benefits. So the next time you walk past a fruit basket, don't underestimate the power of the apple. It might just be the smartest thing you do for your heart, your brain, and your energy, today and every day after 60. If you're looking for a fruit that isn't sweet but is deeply sweet for your health, avocado might be your perfect match. It's not just a trendy topping in modern cafes. For those over 60, avocado is a true superfood, rich in good fats, supportive of heart health, stable in energy, and a powerful aid for brain clarity and mood. In this part, we'll explore why this creamy, quiet fruit could be one of the most nourishing daily choices for the aging body. Avocado, the good fat that keeps you full, calm, and sharp, by Dr. Arjun Mehra. If I had to pick just one fruit to recommend for seniors struggling with fatigue, cholesterol, or poor appetite, it would be avocado. Yes, avocado is technically a fruit, even though it's not sweet, and it offers one of the richest packages of nutrients for anyone over 60 looking to support brain health, heart function, and stable energy. Let's start with what makes avocados unique: healthy fat. Unlike sugary fruits, avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil. These fats are heart protective. They help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and increase good cholesterol, HDL, which reduces the risk of heart disease and stroke. For older adults with fluctuating blood pressure or high cholesterol, avocados act like a natural stabilizer, supporting blood vessel flexibility and reducing inflammation. They also help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K from other foods. So if you eat a salad with avocado, you're getting more benefit from the greens too. But that's just the beginning. Avocados are also packed with potassium, even more than bananas. Potassium supports nerve function, muscle health, and electrolyte balance. It helps prevent leg cramps and fatigue, common complaints among older adults. One medium avocado has about 700 milligrams of potassium, nearly 20% of your daily needs. Another key nutrient? Magnesium. Essential for sleep, mood, and muscle relaxation, magnesium is often lacking in senior diets. Avocados provide a gentle, natural source without upsetting digestion. Speaking of digestion, the fiber in avocado is another secret weapon. Half an avocado gives you about 7 grams of fiber, both soluble and insoluble. This helps regulate bowel movements, supports gut bacteria, and keeps you full for longer, great for those trying to manage weight or blood sugar. Let me share a story. Mr. Shankar, 72, had constant energy dips in the late morning. He'd start strong, then crash by 11 a.m. We added half an avocado to his breakfast, mashed on toast with a pinch of salt and lemon. Within 2 weeks, his mid-morning slump was gone. "It's like I finally found food that respects my age," he said. Avocados also support brain health. The fats in avocado help maintain the protective layer around brain cells, known as the myelin sheath. This layer is crucial for fast, clear communication between brain cells and tends to degrade with age. Regular avocado intake has been linked to improved focus, memory, and even mood. The vitamin E content helps fight oxidative stress in the brain, further supporting cognitive health. So how can you enjoy avocados safely? Here are my tips. Eat half. A medium avocado a day. More than that may be too heavy for some. Spread it on whole grain toast. Mix into a salad or mash with yogurt as a dip. Combine with tomato, onion, and lemon for a fresh guacamole. Avoid store-bought guacamole with added sugar or preservatives. And don't worry about the fat. The fats in avocado are good fats. They don't lead to weight gain when eaten in moderation. In fact, they help control appetite. Some seniors avoid avocados due to myths about cholesterol or digestion, but when introduced gradually, most find they digest avocados quite well, often better than heavier, oilier foods. A final note: choose ripe avocados. They should be slightly soft when pressed gently. If too firm, let them ripen at room temperature for a few days. So, if you're looking for one fruit that calms your nerves, fills you up, and protects your heart and brain all at once, make space for avocado. It may not be sweet, but the way it supports your health is truly satisfying. There's one fruit many of us walk past in the market, soft, orange, and gentle. But for older adults, this fruit might be one of the most soothing choices you can make. Từ lâu, đu đủ đã được xem là người bạn của hệ tiêu hóa, làn da và sức đề kháng. Nhưng ít ai biết rằng đu đủ còn giúp chống viêm, cải thiện giấc ngủ và làm dịu những khó chịu âm thầm trong cơ thể sau tuổi 60. Let's take a closer look at how papaya, a fruit we often overlook, can quietly heal the body from within. Papaya, the gentle fruit that heals from the inside, by Dr. Arjun Mehra. If you're over 60 and looking for a fruit that's kind to your stomach, supports your immunity, and helps your body fight inflammation, look no further than papaya. Papaya is often overlooked in favor of flashier fruits, but in traditional medicine, especially in tropical regions like India, it's been prized for generations. Its soft orange flesh, mild sweetness, and powerful enzyme content make it one of the most senior-friendly fruits on the planet. Let's start with the digestive benefits. Papaya contains a unique enzyme called papain. This enzyme helps break down proteins and supports smoother digestion. For seniors who often feel bloated, sluggish, or constipated after meals, papaya can gently support the gut without irritation. Unlike heavy fibrous fruits that may cause gas, papaya soothes the stomach lining and promotes regular bowel movements. That's especially helpful for older adults with slower digestion or on medications that affect the GI tract. In fact, 1 cup of ripe papaya offers nearly 3 grams of fiber, enough to encourage healthy elimination without being too rough on the system. But digestion is just the beginning. Papaya is also an excellent source of vitamin C. In fact, just 1 small fruit can provide more than 150% of your daily requirement. Vitamin C is crucial for immune function, tissue repair, and fighting inflammation. In aging bodies where cell turnover slows and the immune system weakens, this makes papaya a gentle immune booster that works every day. It also provides vitamin A, folate, and potassium, a combination that supports skin health, nerve function, and heart rhythm. And its natural course carotenoids, especially beta-cryptoxanthin, have been linked to reduced risk of arthritis and age-related eye diseases. I remember one of my patients, Mrs. Renu, who struggled with both poor digestion and aching joints. After adding papaya to her breakfast 3 times a week, she noticed her bloating eased, her knees felt less stiff, and she was able to reduce her use of antacids. Now, let's talk about inflammation. Papaya's bright color comes from its rich antioxidant content. These antioxidants help reduce the silent inflammation that often causes fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, and even low mood in older adults. Its low glycemic index also means papaya won't spike blood sugar, making it a good option for those with diabetes or metabolic syndrome. A medium slice of papaya has around 11 to 12 grams of natural sugar, balanced by water and fiber. Best of all, papaya is hydrating. Because it's made up of over 85% water, it helps combat mild dehydration, common in seniors who don't drink enough fluids throughout the day. Dehydration is often a hidden cause of fatigue, confusion, and even falls in older people. So how can you enjoy papaya wisely? Here are a few simple ways. Eat ripe papaya, soft, sweet, orange flesh, on its own as a light breakfast. Add it to smoothies with yogurt and ginger. Combine with pineapple, mint, and a sprinkle of chia seeds for a digestive salad. Avoid eating papaya too close to high-protein meals, e.g. meat, if your digestion is sensitive. Also, choose ripe papayas. Green ones are harder to digest and may not offer the same enzyme benefits unless cooked. Some caution: papaya seeds have been used in traditional remedies, but may be too strong for daily use in seniors. Stick to the flesh unless guided otherwise by your doctor. One last note: papaya has a calming energy. Many seniors report better sleep when they include papaya in their dinner or early evening snack. The combination of magnesium, vitamin C, and natural enzymes seems to help relax the body and mind. So if you're seeking a fruit that heals gently, soothes the belly, hydrates the body, and supports everything from joints to immunity, papaya is a quiet, powerful choice. Not every superfood needs to be exotic or expensive. Sometimes the best medicine is already in your local market, soft, orange, and waiting patiently on the shelf. Final conclusion: nourishing the golden years with nature's simplicity. As we close this journey through the fruits that truly serve the body after 60, I want you to take a moment, not to remember every detail, but to remember one thing: food is not just fuel. It's comfort, medicine, and in many ways, memory. Each fruit we've explored, blueberries, pomegranate, apple, avocado, and papaya, was chosen not for trends or exotic appeal, but for what it gives to an aging body in a gentle, intelligent way. Blueberries keep the mind sharp, quietly fighting memory loss and improving circulation. Pomegranate nourishes the heart, reducing inflammation and bringing oxygen where it's needed most. Apples, simple and humble, bring balance, steadying blood sugar and digestion. Avocados nourish with good fat, soothing nerves, stabilizing energy, and filling the body with strength. And papaya, so easily forgotten, works in the background, calming the stomach, hydrating the cells, and boosting immunity with grace. These are not magic bullets. They are daily choices. They don't need advertisements. They don't need fancy packaging. What they need is your trust and your consistency. In my practice, I've seen firsthand how 1 apple a day can lead to less constipation, or how a spoon of avocado in the morning can prevent a sugar crash that ruins the afternoon. I've seen how swapping evening snacks for papaya helped a patient sleep better, or how someone's blood pressure improved not with more pills, but with a few pomegranate seeds daily. And these changes are not just physical. When seniors feel stronger, more balanced, less foggy, they feel hopeful. They feel like themselves again. That, to me, is one of the greatest gifts we can offer with food, the quiet return of confidence and joy. So don't worry about being perfect. Don't chase every superfood headline. Just start small. 1 fruit, 1 change, 1 better decision a day. Let nature meet you where you are. Let it do what it's done for generations. Heal not with noise, but with nourishment. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which fruit will you try first this week? Or which one surprised you the most? Leave a comment, share your story, or tag someone you love who could benefit from this gentle wisdom. And if this video made you feel informed, empowered, or simply more hopeful about healthy aging, please give it a like. Share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe, because your next chapter deserves to be written with strength, peace, and care. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Dr. Arjun Mehra, and I wish you joy and health in every bite you take.